Oh, good morning, guys. Hey, buddy. Hi. Good morning, guys. Happy Vlogmas Day 6. Oh, my boyfriend. Buddy is lounging after taking a little bit of his nap. That's a little cutie. Look at him, just such peace, right? And over there is Diana. She just finished eating some of her wet food I leave out for her. And right over there under the chair is a cat that looks unfamiliar to me, but looks very much like Aurora's last kitten. So I wonder if he was dead. The soap opera of the stray cats. All right, enjoy, buddy. I'm gonna make a sandwich. I'll talk to you later. Hi, Claire Bear. Hi, honey. Claire's hanging out under the IKEA boxes I still have on top of my chair. Mostly because the cats like the boxes. Oh, big yawn. And there's baby, little lady Eleanor. Hi, honey. She loves to sleep on these. I have little plastic bags. There's one right there too. Stuffed with other shopping bags, and she just loves to lay on them. Some people don't like to have plastic around cats, but she really likes plastic. Little plastic bags just to lay on. Sometimes she plays on them like they're little drum sets. This is the first time I've seen her use it as a pillow. Look at her little stretched out arm. Oh, I'm sorry, honey, I woke you up. Go back to sleep. Oh, I love this cat. You're so pretty. Okay, you sleep. Look at that face. Hey guys, so Vlogmas Day 6 has kind of been a challenge to film. I've got some visitors here. There's my little Claire. She's my favorite cat right now. She's so well behaved. Oh, I love you too, Claire. Look at that little baby. Look at that little face. She's so sweet. Oh, what's that noise? And there's my jerk. Yeah, you. I'm so upset with him right now. Eleanor is somewhere. So yeah, Vlogmas Day 6 has been a bit of a challenge. Mostly because of this jerk. The jerk next to me here. Good thing he's cute. So the day started off with an early morning wake up. As per usual with the cats. They wake up early and they want their treats. Which you just may have seen in the shot here. They're by Hearts. I think it's called, they're by Hearts. It's called Delectables Squeeze Ups. Inside, you'll see there's 4 little tubes. And in those tubes, there's a total of 2 ounces of treat in there, divided by 4 tubes. So I will, the 3 cats will be right there on me, basically. And I'll open up the tubes and I'll put a little glob on each finger and I'll give each cat a little taste. And they've learned to be patient because they know they're going to get their turn. I use their name each time I give them a little taste. So they've really learned to respond to their names, which has really been handy. Unless it's Buddy. And today he was a jerk. You'll see that later. Let's see. So we had our treats, and after we have our treats, we typically go right back to sleep, which is really nice of them to let me sleep. And then this morning, about 11 o'clock, Buddy and I went outside. Now, you know, we go for walks every day. Typically, that lasts about an hour, hour and a half. Then he kind of winds down, and he kind of is petered out, and he wants to go back in the house, or I can pick him up, and we'll come back inside. Well, not today. Diana the stray that I feed, she's a very bad influence on Buddy. She was out all day, and Buddy just went out gallivanting around with Diana. Excuse me. And he was not ready to come back in the house anytime soon. About 2:30, I tried to get him in the house. No luck at all. I went in the house, had some lunch, came back outside, tried finding him. About 4 o'clock, it was getting dark, which is a challenge, mostly because he's so dark, it's hard to find him and see him. And so I was getting a little frustrated. By about 6 o'clock, I was mad, like furious with Buddy. He was being willful. I would see him and he would dart away. He was just being very willful. He's never been so, he's never misbehaved so much since he moved in. This has been his worst day ever, and I have not hated him more than I have today. So about 6 o'clock, 6:15 or so, I finally heard him make these noises that are signs that he's about to get in a fight. He has a very particular vocalization that means I am ready to throw elbows. And when he does get in that fighting mood, he gets into a fighting stance. His tail puffs up and he kind of raises his haunches a bit, and he kind of gets, he's very still. And at that point, I was able to actually sweep him up, and he was very unhappy. This is the same experience I had a few weeks ago when he decided to bite me, landing me in urgent care. This time I was wearing a denim jacket, so he was not able to actually bite me. He tried once, and I got him in the apartment. It took everything I had to place him on my bed and not toss him on my bed. I was so mad. I'm sure I'll attach the clip of that, finding him outside at the end of this. So a fair warning, I sound really pissed off, and I was. So I apologize for those people who only see me as being a positive, optimistic, nice guy. Yeah, no, I was upset with Buddy. I called him an effing cat. I didn't swear, I just said effing, but oh, I was mad. So I finally got him in the house by like 6:30 or so. He had been outside for like 7.5 hours, and it was just, so frustrating. So most of the day was spent waiting for Buddy. It's like the play, waiting for Godot. He never comes. It was just really eminently frustrating, and I got almost nothing done. I ate a couple times. I played with the cats. I did spend more time with my other cats than usual, which is nice for them. One thing I did get done. And I'm super pleased. So on my aircraft, with my airline, we do, our snack and beverage service. Whatever we sell, the flight attendants earn a small commission from. So we get 4% of the total sales. And that 4% is then divided by the number of flight attendants that were working that leg or that flight. So on this trip I was just on, there were 3 flight attendants. There were 3 of us the entire time. So everything we sold, we get 4% of, and then we divide that 4% by only 3, which is nice. Better than 5. So we sold a fair amount. In fact, when I closed out on my last flight, we sold $400. I sold, just myself, I sold around $400, and that was on one leg from New Orleans to Vegas. My beard's a mess. So my other coworkers, we could have sold upwards of $1,200 on that one leg. So we'll see what happens. But those commissions add up. So what we would typically have done in the past is we would have gone to a website, and look at me, I'm all slouching. We'd go to a website and we'd use these points that we get for the commission to select like a prepaid bank Visa card or an Amazon e-card, electronic gift card, all sorts of stuff. So we could choose what we wanted in terms of how to spend this commission. Hi, sweetheart. Claire again. And that was fine, normal. I always got what I wanted. I never had to wait for anything. It was nice. And then all of a sudden, our company let us know that the catering company was changing things, and we were now going to be issued a debit card, a global cash card, which looks like a fake credit card, really. But it's called a global cash card. Some other people who I've worked with have actually worked for this company, and they said it was kind of a scam, in that there's all sorts of fees for all sorts of things. And I personally don't think we should be charged for accessing money that we've earned, that we're already taxed on too, but whatever. They sent us these credit cards, but I had never activated mine. But the points were adding up still. I had never activated it. Well, I activated it today while I was waiting for Jerkface. And, and it turns out I had almost $160 on this little credit card. Almost 160 bucks, 158 something. That Instant Pot air fryer combo thing I bought the other day and then returned. Had I known, I probably would have used that card as like sort of a play money, a fun money kind of thing, and kept that air fryer thing. But, so I will admit that today, while again giving Buddy a chance earlier in the day, probably right after lunch, I walked over to Target, which is like a 5-minute walk, and they did not have one of those air fryer Instant Pots on the shelf, so I didn't order one because I was tempted to use that debit card. I was tempted to use that debit card on that thing. I didn't, because what I really need instead of an Instant Pot air fryer thing is like a Chromebook or something. Something thin and light to replace the heavy laptop that I cart around with me all the time. So I'm going to hold on to that card, let it add up a little bit more, and then put that towards a Chromebook. That's my plan. But that has been... So I'm going to end Vlogmas right here. I'm going to add that bit about me finding Buddy at night when I was so upset. A warning, I was not very happy and not very nice. So I'm going to add that here. I hope you have a great night or a great Vlogmas, and I'll see you tomorrow. All right, fly safe. Bye. So that is Buddy. And that's the noise he makes when he's about to get in a fight. There's another cat over there. And right now, I want to let him fight because I hate him right now. You know I love my cat, but this effing cat has spent the last like 6 hours outside and he refuses to let me get him in the house. And right now, I want to let him fight. And who remembers the bite I had in my arm last time? It was these two fighting that ended up with a bite. He might spend the whole night outside.